We did our best, didn't we? We did our best to mess it up. But we got there in the end. And welcome back to Very Biased Opinions. And welcome back to another review of another Oxford United game. This crazy season rolls on. Today, Oxford were away at Doncaster Rovers. After a good 1-1 draw at Sunderland, you did expect Carl Robinson to make changes, and he certainly did in this game. Thornley returned to the lineup. Which means McNally was not even in the squad, which is very unlucky on McNally, but it's just a rest and rotation thing. Let's not read in too much into that one. Seddon back in at left back. McGuane came in for Henry, and Sykes came back into the side as well. Nathan Holland put to the bench, and so was, as I said, James Henry. So still a strong Oxford lineup with the likes of Kane and Brannigan, Taylor and Whyte in there. And a good opportunity to see what McGuane can do against a Doncaster side who have been appallingly bad this season. And I don't think that any Doncaster fans can criticise me for saying that. They have been really poor. Richie Wellens has been sacked recently. They're still managerless. So you never know whether that's going to get a good reaction or a bad reaction. It didn't get a good reaction from them in the FA Cup. So let's hope that carries on today. First half, this was a bizarre game as it turned out, but the first half was like a testimonial pace. Doncaster just almost stood off Oxford and just let them play and let them keep the ball. And we had something like 70% possession. And it was so comfortable. It was so easy. The only thing Oxford were guilty of is not killing the game off. And actually were very guilty of not really creating many chances at all. We got the ball into good areas. We worked it around well. There was great interplay. I mean, Kane, if you give him all the time in the world, he's just going to pick passes left, right and centre. And he was able to get Sykes. He was able to get Whyte. McGuane looked good on the ball as well. We just didn't really create anything for Taylor. But other than that, Long was getting in down the side. Seddon looked good going forward too, as he always does. And it was almost just like you could just leave two at the back and just everybody else could just bomb on forward. It was that comfortable. But you did have this twinge of, we've got to make this possession pay. And we did get one goal, but we certainly didn't kill the game off. And it was a goal when you look at it. I mean, first of all, from an Oxford point of view, it was really good work by Gavin Whyte. He didn't let the ball die and he won it on basically the byline, right on the line, and played it back to Sykes, who almost just, which you wouldn't expect from Sykes, just bulldozed his way through about two players and then just hit it into the top corner. From a Doncaster point of view, and you've probably seen goals like this season, you're just thinking, how the hell has he scored that? How have we allowed him to score that? But from Oxford, we certainly will take it. There was, again, the other thing I can think of note, I'm probably missing a chance here, but there was Gavin Whyte hit a shot straight down the keeper's throat who kind of bobbled it and nearly put it into his own goal. But it was all too easy, and you just were hoping it would be that easy in the second half, but you were thinking, God, surely Doncaster are going to come out and react, because it was only 1-0 to Oxford. And credit to Doncaster, they did make changes in the second half. I think they went to more of a 4-4-2. They certainly had two big men up front, and Omar Bogle, he's been around in the leagues for a long time. Hiwula as well, and I think Dudu came on. And they did make a big difference. It meant Doncaster had a focal point. They could play more direct. And Oxford just didn't react to this. They were just still trying to think that the game was in the first half, and they didn't react to the threat that Doncaster were now posing. And I wouldn't say they peppered Eastwood with a load of shots or anything like that, but you did sense that they could get back into this game if Oxford couldn't kill it off. And it was a little bit of Oxford versus the offside rule in the second half, with Taylor and Whyte having goals ruled out for offside. And while we're talking about chances, Gavin Whyte is not a finisher, is he? Absolutely clean through from the highest line ever from Doncaster Rovers. Means that Herbie Kane could play a through ball while Gavin Whyte was 10 yards inside his own half. All the space in the world to run into, and all he could do was just hit it straight at the keeper, really. And Jones made a good save, but a pretty simple one. Should have killed the game off right there. But you knew it. You knew Oxford couldn't kill it off, and you knew that Doncaster would at the very least start having chances. And virtually the very first one I think they had that I can think of, certainly on target, went in. And it was Horton who was pretty much just allowed... If I look at Sykes' goal in the first half, how's he scored it? I'm looking at this one at Oxford. How have we allowed him to score it? Because we seem to just let the guy run for about 10, 15 yards into the box, able to get a shot away, drills it into the bottom corner. Eastwood just doesn't keep many clean sheets, does he? Even when he has a game where he doesn't have much to do. But he wasn't at fault for this one. And it looked like we were going to throw away 2 points in a game where it was very comfortable. And I was getting frustrated on the radio because they started talking about saying how Oxford can't lose this game. They can't lose this game. And I was thinking, well, surely we've got to go and win it. I'd rather lose this game trying to win it, get 3 points, rather than getting a very drab draw. And I'm glad Oxford did try and press home the advantage. There were some players that tired. One thing I didn't comment on is Brannigan went off at half-time. I hope that's not too big of an injury because we really missed his presence in the midfield in the second half. McGuane tired. He's not fit for 90 minutes yet. Holland came on and made a big difference. When Williams came on as well, they moved Sykes to the centre, and that is when Oxford eventually got their goal. But that change came probably a little bit too late for most people's liking. And eventually Oxford did find a way. And you can say all the cliches about good teams find a way, but we did find a way on this occasion. And the ball, I think it was Sykes who got to the edge of the box. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he played a ball back to Henry, who arrived onto it on the edge of the box. And as he does, he scores. The GOAT scores again. A calm finish into the corner, just what we needed. James Henry is the match winner. He scored great goals against Doncaster in the past. Scores a vitally important one here. And Oxford hang on to it. Oxford are able to see out the game from there. Not too many scares. There was a corner, but not really too many dramas after that. But just definitely from the second half, a banana skin that we certainly avoided, and we definitely made this game a hell of a lot more difficult than we should have done. Look, Doncaster are in a bit of a mess, and Donny fans, please let me know, if you're listening to this, what has gone wrong. Because about a year ago, we played you guys, and you were top of the league, and you beat us 3-2, and it was a great game for two good sides. You were better than us then. But you've really fallen, and you don't need me to tell it. It's been a bit of a disaster in the year since then. And just let me know. I mean, I don't need to go into all the kind of like, oh, players don't care and all that stuff. Just let me know why it's gone so badly. Because, yeah, it's not looking good. I won't dwell on it. So all that really matters is that Oxford got the win. At the end of the day, we move into 5th place. That can change, obviously, tomorrow. But the win was the most important. We move into MK Dons now at the weekend, which is going to be a much... Sorry, Doncaster fans. Tougher game than this one. Hopefully, Brannigan's not too badly injured, and hopefully Oxford can get a bit of rest and go again in that one. And hope the unbeaten run continues, and we're doing very well in the league. So enjoy it, Oxford fans. Have a beer or two on this Tuesday night. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the notify bell, and all that jazz. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.